Last Sunday was Baker Mayfield's worst game as a pro, and yet I came away maybe more impressed by him. And everybody goes, oh, great. Here's another, let's go and put Baker on a pedestal. Or as Todd Haley said, I'm not ready to exactly go see his bust in Canton in the Hall of Fame. But here is why. He had a Deshaun Kaiser first half in Houston. One of those where you go, where is Baker throwing the ball? There's nothing but Houston-Texans all over the place. Completed 5 of 13 passes, 46 yards, 3 interceptions. 2 of them were just ridiculous passes that he was either guessing wrong or I think a bit of a panic, which we rarely have seen from him. So he goes in the locker room. The Browns are down 23-0. And we've seen this many times, whether you're talking about Deshaun Kaiser or Cody Kessler, Colt McCoy, whatever rookie quarterback or very young quarterback you want to talk about. Bad first half, second half is not going to be very good either. But in the second half, Baker came out, completed 25 of 30 passes, threw for like 350 yards, no interceptions. And I thought of something after the game. J.J. Watt, who is the star pass rusher for the Houston Texans, said most rookie quarterbacks would have crawled into a hole after that first half. But Baker didn't. He came out fighting, came out firing. Gregg-Williams said he didn't flinch. That's an important thing. In fact, I even got emails at halftime from fans. I have to kind of wonder sometimes. It's great to hear from you, but aren't you watching the game? Going, franchise quarterback, my butt. This guy's no. I'm like, it's one half that's been bad. Now if you do the overall picture, the context of how Baker Mayfield has played this year, and that's compared to the quarterback I wanted in the draft, Josh Rosen. The quarterback many Browns fans wanted them to draft, Sam Darnold. Quarterback some people thought the Browns would draft early on, that was Josh Allen. And you can even throw in Lamar Jackson. Now, Lamar Jackson is 3-0 starting for the Baltimore Ravens, but Lamar Jackson is primarily a running quarterback right now. We'll see how long that lasts. But those are the other rookie quarterbacks. Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold, Lamar Jackson. None of those would you even think twice about saying, I'd rather have any of them besides Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is the only rookie quarterback right now completing more than 60% of his passes, and he's the only one who has more touchdowns than interceptions. Despite throwing 3 picks in Houston, he still has 18 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. He's only lost 2 fumbles. By the way, that's the least of any starting rookie quarterback. And he showed something in that game, which is, I'm going to come back, I'm going to play well. Joel Bitonio said there was no doubt. He's a Browns veteran guard. He said no doubt that he was going to come back and play well. Mayfield, I would say about 4 games into his NFL career, already had won over most of the locker room, and he continues to do so. A very poignant part of the game was when he completed this terrific long pass. Antonio Callaway, who's on his way to the end zone, and he's almost in. He's at the 10, he's at the 6, he's at the 5. There comes a guy from behind, whack, knocks the ball loose, fumble. Instead of a touchdown, Texans recover. Baker Mayfield comes running down the sidelines, comes up to Callaway, and puts his arm around his fellow rookie. Now, inside Baker had to be seething, going, oh, come on, just hang on to the ball. Didn't you know the guy was coming, all that. But he was just told the kid, hang in there, because Mayfield knew that I got to push those emotions aside, and Baker's a very emotional guy, so that's not easy. Push them aside, because I'm going to need Antonio Callaway later on. That was something else that came out of that game. It's a little thing, but the other players watched that. Just like after the game, how Baker Mayfield praised the offensive line for not giving up a sack. 3 games in a row now, no sacks. In fact, the Browns have not gone 3 consecutive games without a sack since 1988, 30 years. Now, some of it is the improved blocking, but a lot of it is a credit to Mayfield because he and Freddie-Kitchens, the offensive coordinator, sat down looked at a bunch of videos of early in the season when Baker was getting sacked 5 times in a game, 4 times, getting hit a lot after he threw it. And they changed some things. Baker gets rid of the ball quicker now. They roll him out more. In other words, Baker-Mayfield adjusted. Just like at halftime of the Houston game, he made some adjustments. Now, granted, the Texans called off some of their defense. They played more conservatively. Nonetheless, when you're in one of those ruts, any quarterback will tell you this, when it's suddenly you can't tell the color of your team's jersey from the other team's jersey, you're liable to throw the ball anywhere. Or J.J. Watt said, you're in your hole. Well, he came out, and he looked good the second half, even of a loss. And that's what gives me so much hope about the Browns going forward, is that Baker-Mayfield is playing far better right now than I ever expected him to play in his first season.